Good morning. Jim Larkey, owner of Safety Connections. And my blurb for the week is part two. Part two on the topic, do as I say, not as I do, doesn't cut it anymore. Well, to start, I want to talk about motivation and taking ownership. And I actually wrote some things down to make absolutely certain that I covered a couple things this week. I often hear people complain about people in their organization, and they don't take personal responsibility for fixing problems and dealing with the issues. Same people then point fingers upward at more senior management or others for personal or organizational problems. It's always someone else's fault. We tried that before. No one will listen. There's nothing I can do. Why bother? And other such expressions of learned helplessness easily roll off their hips. You can't act one way and expect others to act in another. Best way for me to say it. So, here's some ways we can help do things right. And that's where I want to go today, if you will. And with that in mind, let me begin. Remember I talked about do as I say, being committed. It's just absolutely critical. This team thing, team player thing. Don't discuss disagreements you may have with peers, senior managers, or other departments. Be careful of making sure that comments about their decisions or actions address any issues with those people or groups directly. Don't use critical or negative emails or public meetings to send them a message. Engage the team. Brainstorm issues by asking staff for ideas on the dumbest things we do around here. Biggest barriers for reaching our goals? Major implementation issues that we need to address. Pet peeves, dumb rules and forms, things that drive you crazy, or the like. Identify those things you and your team directly control. It can influence or don't control at all. Discuss ways to fix things that we do to control, get ideas and volunteers from the team to do the same for things we can have influence. Discuss how you can all accept and let go of the things you can't do anything about in the first place. We lose energy and time and effort on things we have no control over. Be strategic with your time. Take a critical look at the calendar and inbox and keep a time log. What are you so busy doing? There's a likelihood that many of the activities you're involved in don't need you to dive into such a level of detail. Are you solving the same problems over and over again? Just a question. Watch for recurring patterns. What are the root and common causes of the issues? You're likely to perpetuate the dependence cycle by not delegating or developing others to handle many of your daily operational issues. Practice what you preach is critical, and ensure you arrive for meetings on time, start on time, because plenty will notice. And if you're canceling and changing times, show up prepared. That is my message for the week. Have a great week, everyone. Talk to you next week.